Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode of the podcast. Today we're talking mostly everything Star Wars, a little stuff here and there of other assortments. Today we are joined by our special host, BB9.
Hold up, what's your name again?
It's good to have you, sir. Buenos dias. In addition to our gracious host, we also have Ray. Say hello, Ray.
Hey guys of the internet and RJCXD fans alike, and of our close friends who are watching this. How y'all doing?
What is up? Even if you don't care about Star Wars, don't even fret. We'll talk about some other things, our daily life. Throughout this podcast, we will bring you a little flavor of 2020. So, yeah, Ray, 2020 has been a good year for Star Wars, don't you think?
Yeah, on that topic actually. Honestly, Clone Wars ended within like the last years of 2019.
You got the Clone Wars with Ahsoka stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then boom. By the way, spoilers for Mandalorian. Spoilers for season 2 in particular. 3, 2, 1. Ahsoka Tano's back, and arguably better than ever with guess who played by
Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Best notable for me, notable roles would be Luke Cage and Daredevil playing Claire. Forgot her last name, but it's Claire.
Can I just say, me and Ray and I, we were at Five Below today, which is a store where they sell items around the $5 mark, and we went to the movie aisle, and he said, "Oh look, it's Rosario Dawson's movie, Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief." That's
She's
the
supporting
movie
characters.
you remember her from the most, apparently.
Well, I mean, her face was on the cover.
Was it?
Yeah.
Why would her face be on the Percy Jackson cover, not Percy Jackson?
Well, I don't know about that because like she killed that role too. And you know what DVDs are. You turn it over and go, oh shoot, other people.
That's not the front, that's the back.
I know, that's why I said back.
Oh.
I said in the cover, sorry. Yeah, in the back of the cover, but still cover.
The back of the cover? That's not the cover then. What's the back?
Well, it's the back of the cover.
That wouldn't be a cover.
Okay. Covers.
See?
Mm-hmm.
Like
cover is a really weird word. So
like cover band? What are you covering the song?
Yeah.
So, maybe it'll be a back band. You're like covering the back of the band.
Yeah, those are the people that usually like carry the band. That's why it's called back.
The backbone of the band.
The backbone of the band.
Yeah.
This is a hot take, but it's usually the drummer.
Yo, okay. Speaking of bands, this is going to be a deep cut reference for anyone who played Jedi Fallen Order. I think they're going to like incorporate that weird, like almost Celtic deep throat sounding band into the show at one point. I think they almost did it as a reference, and like someone did like Easter eggs, and they, Star Wars, they always connect things to like even the Galaxy's Edge on Batu. Like that one guy, Holdo. Who's that guy's name? The bounty hunter guy, Holdo. Hondu. He's in Galaxy's Edge, and he was in Clone Wars. So it's like all these nuggets of like weirdness are just sprinkled throughout.
Yeah, it really does boil down to like a diehard fan of Star Wars would be able to piece everything together.
Yeah.
And what is it? Yes, okay, of course, the spoilers here is that if you watched Clone Wars and Rebels, you'll be able to appreciate this episode. Well, obviously a lot past episodes of The Mandalorian, but this one in particular.
Yeah.
You'll like, oh my gosh. Tied in so well, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think Bo-Katan and Ahsoka's debut on live action is the most seamless transition from cartoon to live action I've ever personally seen. It's handled really well, and I like how Star Wars does it. It's like you don't have to watch or read the comics or the books to really get it, but if you do, then we're rewarding the true fans.
Yeah, but they presented it in a way that was just like, yeah, he's this dude's back.
Like all my friends are like, yeah, I kind of want to watch the cartoons to see Ahsoka's story, but it's like you don't have to, because judging from like the mind of someone who hasn't, what do you think their perception of Ahsoka would be? Just like, seeing her for the first time, you'd be like, because it all makes sense. It's like, oh, she's just a Jedi, and then she had this rich backstory.
Yeah. If you wanted to be technical or anything, then Ahsoka would probably be someone with like really old, has a cape. What do you call it? One of those hood or something to make it seem like she's just wise old master, and really
the Jedi robes.
the Jedi robes, and of course a couple of wrinkles, but Rosario's Rosario.
Probably to people who just
he's going to sleep now.
Oh, good night, BB9.
Okay.
To people who just saw Ahsoka for the first time, they're probably like, white lightsabers, that's sick. The same way like Rey had in Rise of Skywalker, a yellow lightsaber. And I love that they just, in that episode, immediately, like it's just deep into the action on that forest.
Oh yeah,
that was sick. I thought her makeup,
that's an introduction.
Her aesthetic look was so spot on. Like I don't think they could have done that better. Rosario was a great choice for her. Would you have liked to have seen Ashley X9 play Rosario? I mean, play Ahsoka live action?
Oh yeah, no, definitely. But
you think that Rosario was the right call, or?
What is Ashley? Any notable roles from Ashley X9 besides the voice lead? Besides Ahsoka,
to me, it's mostly.
Is she just a voice actor?
Probably
or is she
not.
Like an actor.
Usually, voice actresses or actors have tried acting.
Oh yeah, Bo-Katan. That's the same.
Well, no, that's different because Katie Sackhoff was very notable for actually acting in shows like Stargate.
Oh, okay.
Wait, not Stargate. Battlestar Galactica, not Stargate.
Hey, shoot! They really kept making. She stuck with the space theme.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. That's good for her.
Yeah, I've been rooting for her to play Bo-Katan live action for a long time, ever since she started, playing her in the cartoon. But anyways, what I was trying to say was, Star Wars lately, they're trying to establish that you don't need to go into all the expanded lore to appreciate it, but if you do, you're rewarded, right? I think a character that best utilizes that is in episode 1 of season 2, the guy with the Boba Fett armor. That what's his name?
Oh, that's true.
Vance, or whatever.
He's the marshal. That's all I know.
Yeah, the marshal guy. He is in the Aftermath books. Like that's a character.
Oh,
bet you didn't know that.
No, I did not.
Yeah, so that's a continuation of his story after the books, I think. Yeah. Or
even then they put his backstory in the show. I mean, I guess I would like to read the books, but then it's just like I kind of got everything I needed to know just watching the first episode, so I didn't miss anything really. Unless that guy is like really important to the timeline and everything, the universe.
Did you catch that? In his backstory, there's a scene where he uses the jetpack to destroy. He fires it at some monster or something. Yeah. It was very clear. It was like a bandit. It was an homage to Iron Man 1. Like when Iron Man shoots the tank with missiles.
Did he turn his back?
Yeah, very similar. Well, I don't think.
I think they just he just.
But it was very because it's the same director too, Jon Favreau.
Oh.
So it was very clear cut homage.
Jon Favreau.
Dude, that dude is killing it. Man, he must be super rich.
Is that Happy?
Yeah, that's Happy Hogan in the Marvel movies. He directed Iron Man 1, 2, Lion King, Elf, Chef.
Oh, Chef.
Yo, shout out to Chef.
I just saw a scene from Chef watching
the movie or the TV show.
Just the movie. Jon Favreau and Scarlett Johansson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to learn some pasta dishes.
I think Scarlett's in it.
Yeah, she was.
But yeah, Jon Favreau is really good. I think my personal favorite episode of the entire season though is the first one.
I wouldn't know. I just saw the movie
with the Boba stuff.
Oh, you talking about Mando.
Season 2.
I thought we were talking about Chef.
Episode 1. That Boba Fett styled episode was sick.
Okay, so I think I have a favorite episode for each season. Obviously the last one takes the first spot, just because a lot of Easter eggs. I mean, a lot of returning characters. Yeah. I'll have to say, for me, in season 1, my favorite episode would have to be who's the rebel name again? I forgot
the rebel name.
Played by, she's a wrestler actually.
Oh, Gina Carano.
Yeah, that's her actor. That's the actress.
She's
actress.
What is she in the show? An ex-shock trooper, death trooper?
Ex-shock trooper.
Yeah, that's a really cool backstory for her.
Mm-hmm. And guess look, what do you know?
She was from Alderaan.
Yeah. they freaking introduced they're expanding on the characters.
Yeah, that's a great character.
But yeah, it was the scene. It was the that little fight, defend the village in season 1. Yeah, I didn't do my research, but I just know about it. It was very notable to me.
Yeah, okay,
There's a bunch of
That's cool to note because
they did the same thing in Clone Wars. There was an episode similar to that where Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka had to train villagers to fight.
Yeah.
To defend themselves. And funny thing, they did this.
Yeah, you know what's okay. Yeah. 2 things that are really cool is that Boba Fett episode. That mission they do is like straight out of Knights of the Old Republic. That's like an actual like detailed mission you can do. Like, let's defeat these giant dune-like creatures coming from the sand. And
Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah, the old RPG game.
First episode, Amanda.
Yeah, no, of season 2. Yeah.
Yeah, of season 2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's sick. And like, what was else I gonna say? Yeah, what was your initial?
I think I know what you're gonna say.
What was your like first reaction to the ending of that episode?
I had to dig a little bit. Okay, fine. Secrets out. I didn't really watch it on the day. I didn't watch that episode on the day of. Like, I know we waited a week or maybe 3 to actually like catch up. So I watched all 5 episodes so far, literally like in one day. I was like, Instagram kind of spoiled it for me, in that they posted that dude's picture, and the comments were just like, "Oh my god, he's back." And so like, I'm thinking to myself, who is this? Is this Boba Fett? I want to say that's Boba, but at the same time, I'm looking. There are some pictures who memed it where he put that guy's face. They put it right next to a clone trooper from from the Clone Wars, and even then, I was just like, I can't tell who that is.
Yeah.
I want to say like, not Rex, but Gregor.
So they didn't inherently say yet,
or Gregor died.
Who that is, but the implication is that it's either Boba Fett or a clone, because obviously the clones were cloned from Jango Fett. And by the way, that actor who was bald, right, is the same actor from the prequels that played Jango Fett. So that is confirmed to be
okay, fine.
Either or.
So it's either Boba Fett
or maybe it's
or
Rex.
a clone.
Maybe.
I don't think it's Rex.
Nah. There's a deep cut theory though that Boba Fett was hiding as a Tusken Raider. Which would be really
that
cool.
would that would make sense actually.
Like in that episode he's probably like hiding in costume.
Didn't they say too in the first episode that Sarlacc, he died, didn't he?
What?
It died.
Yeah. Like some bigger creature ate the Sarlacc pit monster. And,
so that makes me think. Boba Fett's alive.
And the Beskar armor, saved him essentially, I guess. Which is really cool. Man, that's something people have wanted for so long, ever since he died in episode 6. Like, oh, Boba Fett was cool. And then all those books established his lore, like to make him alive again, and now we're getting it. That's what I'm talking about. They're bringing all the legend stuff.
Yeah, the games didn't do him justice at all.
The games?
No, none of the games did him justice at all.
Yeah, because to me, Boba Fett was always cool, but he was never like. If you just watch the original trilogy, it's like, why is everyone so amped about this character? He doesn't do much. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, though. See?
But it's the potential.
Yeah, it's the potential of it.
It's like,
if anything, I didn't even think any. Obviously, you watch the movie. You watch the movies before you watch the shows, the cartoon shows. Sorry. And you think to yourself, what are these clone troopers good for, other than just like dying? Right?
Yeah.
What did the Clone Wars do? They gave character to
they gave some levity to it, and the bond of the
So they're really not just programmed like creatures. They really have like a conscious.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I fundamentally always loved Star Wars, but there was a time, where the fan base was not on the same page. Last Jedi and all the sequels you can take them for what they are. I'm not going to say here whether I like them or not. You should, that's what your own opinion.
Yeah,
is.
that's your opinion. Yeah,
it's always a heated debate. anytime someone mentions the sequels. That being said, what came out after Rise of Skywalker, get this, bro, was Jedi Fallen Order, basically Clone Wars season finale
7.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got Mandalorian. And it's just like Star Wars is on such a high right now. It's like, it's insane. This show is what I always envision, like, the follow-up to Star Wars to be.
Yeah, just from someone that really just kind of developed the interest as a kid and just kind of like saw it for what it is without really thinking deep into it. We're really getting more stuff. I mean, I'm excited about it, you know?
Yeah, it's like all these crazy theories are like, it's fun to speculate again. It's like, dang. And they're they're low-key trying to tie it into the sequels, trying to like redeem it.
Yeah, no, whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously me not that you hate it. But I'm actually kind of excited what they go with it, you know? Like, who knows, maybe before that, Poe is theory, probably. Poe Dameron was like, he was a drug dealer, quote unquote. If you watch Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah, he like sold spice mines.
Yeah, he sold spice.
Kessel or something. Is that true?
Wait, what's his name? Kessel?
I don't know. I think I made that up.
Kessel was in Fallen Order. You see that?
Kessel Run.
Kessel Run, yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
So, what I wanted to say was that Poe Dameron's parents, canonically, his parents were in the celebration on Endor. Like, they won, and they were celebrating.
Cool. Yeah.
And that's probably where they conceived him. Like, at that celebration. Just funny to think about. You know, fun fact, they tried to kill him off in episode 7. When he's, like... When Poe... When Finn discovers the ship.
When Finn discovers the ship. When Finn discovers the ship.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't, okay? But I guess at the time, if I ever did watch it, you know, I wouldn't really be like, oh, okay, cool, another rebel died. Sucks, Solo. But I'm glad they kept him. Oscar Isaac was...
he's one of the best parts of the sequels. Mm-hmm. Anyways, back to Mandalorian. Yo, we're burying the lead here. The big mention
you want to go ahead and mention the big stuff, don't you?
Alright, first off, Grogu. Bro, what a name.
The camera's cut it off, but I actually have Baby Yoda poster right above Christian.
Yeah. Everyone's like, Grogu, we're not going to name him that. Stick to Baby Yoda. I'm going to name him Goku, basically. But that was awesome. I loved his reaction anytime Din Djarin was like, Grogu. And
he really just got so used to calling him the child. I mean, for like the first couple of months, I've just been saying Baby Yoda, and then adapted to the child, and now we get Grogu.
It grows on you, that name. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very similar to Groot. So, yeah. But it's cool. Very.
I know now why they did that. Jon Favreau used to like.
Yeah, you know what? Groot and Baby Yoda do have similarities, especially on that one episode where he's eating all the macaroons, the blue macaroons.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Okay, here are the similarities. Grogu throws up like on himself. Groot does the same thing in Guardians 2, and there are a bunch of similarities. But you know, Disney, money-making machine. Yeah. They knew what they were doing.
For some reason, I find it a lot more disgusting with Grogu, only because like that's the puppet. With Groot, that was CGI. So legit, they poured liquid all over. They pump liquid into the puppet just to go with the gag. It's kind of
the thing about him is odd, we always knew he was 50, but to have that backstory of him being like a youngling on Coruscant, well, that was sick. Like, I guess Anakin missed one.
What do you think? Yeah, okay. I actually really didn't think about it because like he was just hidden, you know. Yeah. Everyone was kind of going on Twitter like, "Oh, this is important because now we know that he's he's a Stoic." Like, who knows? He probably was in that scene where Anakin killed all those little kids.
He's probably hiding.
For me, I just feel like, oh, okay, he's a Stoic. He stowed away.
Yeah, anytime I'll see that scene now, I'm just like, yo, Anakin definitely didn't see him. That's crazy to think about.
And what do you know? 50 years old, right? Does that even give you like a sense of?
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about that a lot. I think it's in like his terms. it's like imagine being 5 years old, 5 years. So you're just like 10 essentially, because he acts like a 10-year-old, not a 5 or a 50-year-old. But he has the wisdom of being alive.
Oh yeah.
Do you think think he fakes some of his like mannerisms, like pretending to be asleep and all that? Or do you think it's like some other thing?
I don't know. You know what? The species is going to be different because like they're not all human.
Because let's compare it to dog years. Yoda died at like 300, right?
Sure.
So what is that? 80? 100?
I don't know.
Yeah. I think about
it's different because, you know, Star Wars, the different planets, different orbital rotation to a point where we don't even know how long a year is.
Bro, I'm waiting for this show to just... Yo, here's Ezra. And by the way, here's some time travel. Because Rebels did that. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, that's right. They did. Wow,
this show is going to introduce time travel. And it's going to be so jarring for some people. But the way they did time travel is different.
I mean, it depends on how you take it, really. It's not the general, like, oh, we're going to run back in time. No, it was you're connected to the Force. You find different parts of different portals. Obviously, if you didn't watch Rebels, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but
whatever.
What is it?
Because even in Rise of Skywalker, people were throwing a fit when like Poe traveled at light speed to different planets. It's like, no, you can't do that.
What do you mean you can't do that? You can do that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, why can't you do that? That's cool.
Travel to different...
Yeah, it was cool, though, visually. I don't know if it made sense in the universe. You know what I mean? That scene where they're like
in second after Skywalker.
Yeah, second after second. One planet, and then the second...
Oh, okay.
You don't remember that?
People gripe about that?
They like interdimensionally travel.
It's just traveling.
I don't know. Apparently it messed with the physics of Star Wars.
You want to know the confusing part? It's the Force healing. Which was not introduced at all until
about that. So what's funny is Disney timed that episode of Mandalorian where Baby Yoda heals whatever. The same week Rise of Skywalker came out. But let it be known. Clone Wars did that first. It's true. Remember the Mortis trilogy episode? I think it's that.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. But,
so back on where I'm getting to, like, we have they can do a lot with Star Wars, but at the same time, it's going to be jarring. Okay? Jin jarring, exactly. Because I remember that trilogy. I want to say it's my favorite episode, but at the same time, it was just one like, wow, they really just went with the Force. That was the center of the entire those 3 episodes.
The Mortis trilogy.
Yeah, we're not going into the galactic civil war that was going on. We're going to go with magic.
Can you explain the Mortis trilogy for some people right now? Okay. In Clone Wars, I'll start it off.
All right, it's
in Clone Wars.
Or like what?
There's a story arc that involves Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka traveling to a planet, and in that planet, they find
technically 3 spirits.
Yeah.
And they all center not
okay, by the way, there's some deep biblical themes in this episode. I mean the story arc.
Yeah, see now
the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, basically, but they didn't call it the Holy Spirit, they called it something else. The daughter or mother or whatever.
I forget.
The Virgin Mary. But anyways, there's the good, the bad, and then the big one. And the good represents
good represents the lights.
Like the actual entity of physical manifestation of the light. And then on the other side,
the dark side, the sun, the Sith is the dark side.
And if you kill one, then the balance is all out of whack, right? Is that how I'm remembering it?
I don't remember.
But anyways,
but I think you're spot on.
Yeah, one of them dies, and
because one dies, they all have to die.
The balance is shifted, and one thing leads to another, and the bad one basically gives Anakin like a foreboding thought. Like a future vision of like, this is your future. Yeah. You're not going to remember it. But here it is at the moment. And he sees himself become Darth Vader and all the evil stuff that happens. And it's like, whoa. And then he forgets.
They make him forget, actually. No, I admit, it was a great, it was a good.
And all of this matters.
It's a good nod to Darth Vader.
This matters, right? Because of the owl. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's an owl.
Yeah.
That becomes like a sort of
Ahsoka's like
pet.
Not even a pet, like familiar.
Like a seeker. You know what I mean? Like her
guiding
guiding light.
Spirit animal, I don't even call it.
Yeah. Mumford and
I
Son style.
I did not know the owl was there until like someone I think from IGN pointed it out.
So all this geek talk matters because that owl is in that episode. Which is cool. I don't know what they're gonna do with it.
And who knows? I do believe that owl is not the daughter, right? Or no?
Maybe.
I think it's been a while, to be honest.
But yeah, sick, crazy stuff.
Yeah, they deep down. The Force is more than just things to move objects. It's literally energy around the entire thing. And apparently, that actually it's centered around Anakin a lot because like he's supposedly the chosen one. So
I love how the show teeters that tightrope walk of not focusing too much in the Skywalker lineage, but it's like, obviously we have to talk about it at some point. You know, here's the main character. The Skywalkers are like a third, background thing at this point, but obviously it's important. And
I could live without it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
but if you told me, Jon Favreau pops out and is like Luke Skywalker next season, what? I'd believe it.
Yeah, but there's never. I don't know. Mark Hamill's gonna be.
No, not played by Mark, by like Sebastian Stan or something.
Well,
wow.
This is Mando, right?
Yeah.
So they finished the war already.
Mando?
Yeah. Yeah, the Empire Fallen, so it gets to a point where Luke is kind of old, but not as old as Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, Luke would be training his Jedi younglings.
Episode 7. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kylo, maybe.
Young Kylo. Yeah, forget young Sheldon. Yeah. We want young Kylo.
Who knows? They might be played by the same person. That kid's interesting.
Okay. Off tangent topic. What do you want to hear if I had to direct a Star Wars episode? Like a movie. You want to hear my thoughts on what I would do?
Go ahead.
Okay. Let it be known, if I had a chance to direct Star Wars, I'd go for the most memorable Star Wars movie in existence. Good or bad, here's what you're going to get. People are going to go bonkers. People are going to say, you ruined Star Wars. Here it is. So, I'm going to have a character travel at light speed. His ship crash lands on a very unfamiliar planet. And, halfway through the movie, as he's exploring and living his La Vida Loca's life, boom, guess what? He sees a creature off in the distance. It's a dinosaur. He's on Earth. What? So, long time ago, galaxy far, far away. Well, still a long time ago. So I'm going to introduce Earth, and boom, I'm going to introduce back into Star Wars universe time travel. It's going to be like Star Trek 4, where they're in Los Angeles.
I have no idea. I did not follow. I literally just thought, okay, so like he crash lands on Earth. What do you mean time travel? Yeah. So basically, isn't he like already like a human being ish crash land, and all of a sudden dinosaurs in, which is what?
No. I'm saying like he time travels because of the warp drive. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yes and no too.
Could you imagine if they did an episode like that?
Yeah, but I can't accept the fact that a warp drive is going to be a time travel. It's going to be your means of time travel.
Well, have you seen Interstellar?
No.
Well, you should, because that's how it kind of works. If it worked.
Yeah, but if we're talking
different planets,
we're talking about Star Wars here. Then
yeah, obviously. No. But that'd be sick.
Actually, hot take. Okay, go ahead. Finish your block.
No. Yeah, imagine a Mandalorian episode where at the end it's revealed like there's dinosaurs off in the distance. Like they don't talk about it. You're just like left with like, huh?
This isn't a gun. This isn't Jurassic Park.
Yeah, bitch.
Blaster fire.
Ain't no Sam Neill to help you.
How does Han Solo do it? Just put his feet up and just.
Yeah.
And the CGI or like I can't.
Greedo.
What is it? Camera cuts off or something. All of a sudden he just shifts like 2 feet.
Oh, the special edition crap.
Yeah.
Dude, George.
Maybe a CGI dinosaur will show up. Now, you know what? Maybe you're right. Forget it. I change everything.
We could do a Star Wars Jurassic Park crossover. That'd be so sick. Could you imagine? Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, shoot, if they want to.
So, your favorite episode from the first season was the one in the forest, right? directed by Bryce Dallas Howard.
That surprised me. She directed a couple episodes too for season 2, didn't she not?
Exactly. She's the daughter of Ron Howard, so arguably the 2 episodes she directed kind of maybe better than Solo in my opinion, because she did that episode, and then season 2 had a really good one where she directed. Which episode did she direct?
I totally forgot.
But it was a good one.
In season 2?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, because the first one was directed by John Favreau, and then the one with the ice planet with the spiders is directed by Peyton Reed, who did the Ant-Man movies. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, wow. I didn't know about that.
And then this one with Ahsoka, directed by Dave Filoni.
Hey, see, that makes sense.
That makes
because
sense.
Dave Filoni is Clone Wars.
And then one before that with Carl Weathers directed the one with Gina Carano coming back.
Gina Carano and... I only know by character name. Moff Gideon and that person.
Okay. Bryce Dallas Howard directed one of my favorite episodes, the Bo-Katan stuff.
Okay, so yeah, that's the one I'm
So that's why I'm saying
Bo-Katan.
I like the Bo-Katan episode plus the Forest episode from the season 1 way better than Solo. Like, I feel like it's better than what her dad did. But Solo's an alright movie.
So Ron Howard directed Solo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that. That's cool.
Again, we're not really going to throw our opinions like, hey, this is our favorite movies or not. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and you guys decide.
Mine is episode 6. I mean, sorry, episode
your favorite.
5, my 5.
I think it's your
the
favorite.
Movies.
Yeah, it's your favorite.
Yeah.
But you're not going to say what your least favorite was.
Oh,
unless you really want to.
You want to know?
I don't want to. I mean, like, for me, it's just like, it's up to them.
It's episode 2. I think
I may agree. But
that opinion is
yeah.
understandable. Even people that love the prequels are alright. I
swear,
I know nowadays it's like, yo, fuck Last Jedi. But no, that's not my worst.
That's why
not my favorite.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not. So episode 2 wasn't the best either. But like it's up to them. They can decide for themselves.
Well, duh. That's how opinions work.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not gonna be like, yo, I hate even. You may have caught me on Twitch or like ranting about a certain game, but
hey, remember,
and it's still about you.
Only Siths deal in absolutes. So watch yourself.
Or else he'll do what he must.
Yeah.
Star Wars humor.
Okay.
I lost my train of thought.
My train of thought dwells into this. Top 10
off the top
of your head.
Okay, you were on the movie. Okay, fine. I didn't think Solo was bad.
No, I just thought it was like forgettable.
Yeah. Okay, it was forgettable, but unless Ron Howard did the thing where introduced a character in the end, and oh my gosh, now we get a Solo 2. The Adventures of Solo. What do we call it?
Oh, Darth Maul.
Yeah, Darth Maul. Dude, he's my favorite Sith as of this point now. Thank you, Clone Wars. You literally turned.
That's your favorite Sith, not Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Hot take, sure. At me, I don't care. Dude, no one does.
Okay, that begs the question. What I was leading up to was
your favorite
top
movies.
10 favorite characters.
Oh, character. I thought you were going to do movies. Okay, got you then.
No particular order, but please save your top 3 for last. You first.
To save your top 3, you said no particular order.
Well, I want anticipation to rise up. So.
Oh well, I feel like I'm going to say my first one. I feel like my first choice is going to be my first.
No.
All right, fine.
Sure, I like the bottom.
Okay. I usually go for the ones that people really don't know about.
Oh, you want to be different?
Yeah, I want to be different. Understandably different, too. So I'm not going to be like, oh, Jar Jar Binks when... Actually, he's a cool person.
No, don't put him in your 10.
Well, that's the only memorable 10 I know. Okay, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Leia, Luke, Han, Chewie.
Is this official?
Yeah. I guess you said... I'm just naming characters at this point. Because, I never really...
Yeah.
Mace? I think you could say that.
Mace.
Okay, with Sith people. Darth... Oh,
no.
Never mind. Okay, wait.
You can't have 2 separate lists.
What do you mean?
No, you can't do Jedi and Sith. Everyone.
You said 10 characters.
Yeah. I thought you were making another list of Sith.
No, as in, these,
Oh, okay.
You say save the top 3. And I will stop there, because I did 7 already. To come to think of it, I'm not I like them. Were they my favorite characters? Yeah, you could say so, but I just named off the top of my head. The ones I remember.
Okay, who's your top 3?
Okay, yeah. Darth Maul, Ahsoka. And I actually...
I love the Ahsoka choice.
Actually, I'm gonna.
Where's
I'm
Luke?
I'm gonna say bounty hunter. Actually, I'm
Where's
gonna say.
Luke? You didn't say Luke.
I did.
Oh, did you?
I did within the 7 first. I think Rex takes the place.
Wow.
I think Rex does. Yeah, you know what?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Enough of the preamble.
Yeah.
Here's mine. Okay. No particular order, but 10. Cal Kestis. Cool guy.
Okay.
Love that one. I love that game because it didn't focus on the Skywalkers. So there you go. But again, it.
It came back.
Again, it drew that line of obviously we have to address the elephant in the room. So here's Darth Vader, and that was cool. It all ties back to the Skywalkers. We don't have to.
I guess so. Can they have done Can they have done that game without him? Yeah, I mean.
But it was cool.
Yeah,
you could have
it's cool.
You have Darth Maul pop up if you wanted. You could have replaced him with that.
Oh, that's right. You could. Yeah. Who knows? What is it? Fallen Order 2?
Fallen Order 2. It's still Fallen.
Since Force Unleashed is no longer canon, right?
Yeah.
Then we could probably do Fallen Order. We can replace that with Fallen Order. So you could bring back Darth Maul, bring back
I'm surprised
a couple of the Clone Wars.
I'm surprised you didn't say Starkiller on your list. Because you like that game so much.
Because
it's not canon. You don't care.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that's partly the reason. I feel like they really just did butcher him after the second game. Okay. He was good for the first,
10,
but then, yeah.
Cal Kestis, 9, Jin Djarin.
Okay, you went straight to Mando. All right.
The whole show, bro. If he's not in your top 10 at this point, I don't know. Because they've done everything right with him. You know what I mean? And with these lists, I always have a hard time distinguishing. Do I put, the characters that don't have much going on, but obviously are cool? Like, Chewie, R2-D2, C-3PO, the droids, BB-8, Baby Yoda. They're cool characters, but they lack the personality because they can't talk as much.
And going back to being different, if you want to do that, I would totally understand and respect you for it, but then it's just no, that's it.
Yeah,
I respect you for it.
Yeah.
There is no other.
It makes sense to put it on someone's top 10, but it's I don't know.
It's literally the best comparison I can make is that when you're playing a fighting game and you put that one character that no one really either picks or just oh, okay, you main someone different.
Yeah.
I thought you would go for them
cool
the cover people.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like Ray picking Scorpion every time we play Injustice or something.
Hey, guess the person. When I first got the game, guess who I mained a lot? I played a lot more of.
Scorpion.
No, it's Solomon Grundy.
Oh.
See, that's the best comparison I can make.
He always plays the characters they take out for the sequel. They were like, nobody played him, so we're going to take him out. Well, we played him.
How are you going to leave... Okay, no, this is a Star Wars podcast. Rant the next time.
Well, if you want to talk about fighting games, how cool was it that Yoda and Starkiller were in what fighting game?
Invader.
Oh, which fighting game was that? Tekken?
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur, yeah. That's sick.
Yeah.
I want that back, but Disney, come on. Anyway.
They can still do it, but I don't know.
Yeah, Disney's kind of apprehensive of that, I guess.
Yeah. But anyway, Soul Calibur really belongs within the gaming genre, so it makes sense to put in game characters like Geralt and Ezio and all those guys. Yeah. So I mean, all of a sudden you put in a movie character.
On the other hand, you'll have Negan and Tekken.
That was that was unexpected, but hey, do what you want.
Okay, no order. I'm gonna go speed round time. Han Solo and Leia obviously have to be there. So now those were 4 of my top 10. Okay, bro, Yoda.
You have to expand the list because I really just got reminded about every other character.
Yeah, Yoda's sick. Yeah. Shout out to Yoda. That guy's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's the OG guy right there. Okay, Darth Maul.
Darth Maul is still definitely top 5.
If you asked me even a year ago, I wouldn't have put him on, but awesome.
It's just like Boba Fett in episode 6. Yeah, in episode 6. He really is just there to look cool.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all of a
That's
sudden
what I'm saying.
Does exactly. Darth Maul, what did he do?
And Boba Fett.
Exactly.
They're basically the same.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You pull off an epic fight scene though after and just
right?
Wow. What are they gonna do with him after? What's his story? That's what I like about it so much, actually. Darth Maul.
Yeah.
I mean, I can go on this entire podcast talking about how much I love him, but then we'd be here for a while.
Okay, where am I? Okay, top 4. This is a no-brainer to me. Ahsoka, Darth Vader, Obi-Wan,
Anakin,
number 1 Luke. And I know people distinguish that Anakin and Darth Vader are 2 different characters. No, not when I'm doing a top 10, because I want to, not split the vote. So there you go.
Okay, I guess so. I mean,
Luke is the OG, hero of like the 80s.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt.
George Lucas right here.
Yeah, thank you, Georgie.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you for creating literally everyone's basically childhood. Yeah. Now we get to grow up with even more nostalgia. We can see an AT&T worker again in the movie. I'm quoting a Star Wars podcast, Ryan Key.
Yo, shout out to what's that thing's name? The podcast.
Thank the Maker.
Thank the Maker.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Yo.
Oh man, but they're gonna review this episode, the recent one, Amanda.
So there's a rumor going around. George Lucas might direct an episode, which would be really exciting. Could you imagine?
All right, if that's shoot, he better do the finale, and it better be an hour long.
Okay, yeah. So I was trying to say earlier that my favorite episode of season 1 is the finale that Taika Waititi directed, which, by the way, is a great director. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, Taika Waititi.
That boy did Thor Ragnarok and a plethora of other stuff like Jojo
Jurassic
Rabbit.
Park.
What?
Jurassic Park.
No.
Taika. Oh, sorry. Wait. Sorry. I'm thinking about the other guy. My bad. Jeff Goldblum. No, Jeff Goldblum. I'm thinking about him for some reason.
Oh, because he was in Thor.
He was in Thor. You said Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Anyways,
my bad. I apologize.
Speaking of that, Jeff Goldblum would be sick in Mandalorian. So shout out to him.
Yeah, he killed in Jurassic Park actually, and I only saw the first. I only saw the first movie.
That's the only one you need to see.
We'll see what happens. It's still on Netflix on my watch list, so I'll watch it.
Ooh. Yeah,
you're not even diving deep into like what really happened in episode 5.
Oh, I'm
2.
What?
Are we still leading up to that? Are we still gonna
in the recent episode? Yeah, I'm getting there.
You're gonna get there?
Yeah.
You stopped after Grogu.
Yeah, I know. Real quick, Taika Waititi, the episode was awesome. He's gonna direct a future movie. That's cool. I love his comedic timing in that episode, and I'm really excited on the way he writes, potential stuff. I hope he's back for this season, but maybe not. He might be busy.
We love you, Taika. Mr. Waititi.
Yes.
Whatever you want to be called.
Alright. Enough of that.
He's going to go into it. I can feel it.
Grogu. Okay. Alright, big deal. Whatever.
Right, yeah.
Lightsaber fights. White lightsaber. Okay, whatever.
Actually, no, I mean, well, that's a notable thing, too, because we find out Beskar's...
No. Whatever. No big deal. What the big deal is, all the fanboys are out there. Yo. Who's your master? Where's your master?
What is your initial reaction, first off?
Well, first off, that makes absolutely no sense to anybody that doesn't, deep cut the Star Wars universe. My dad probably did not have the same reaction I did. That being said...
Because he doesn't know who that is.
Whoa. The implications of that, especially after Rebels, take us away.
Spoiler territory, of course. You're literally... It's Thrawn. Grand Admiral Thrawn. Thrawn. Wait, Thrawn. It is Thrawn, right? T-H-R?
Thong.
I don't want to get confused with the other guy from Flash.
Thrawn? Eobard Thawne?
Eobard Thawne. No, it's Grand Admiral. I'm going to say Thrawn. Okay.
Yeah.
That leads to a lot of implications here. First off, that means, yes, he's going to come back. He's going to come back. He's going to be He's going to be a Mando. There will be a possibility that Din Djarin is going to fight Thrawn. Last name I do not know. Thrawn blue motherfucker.
Yeah, the blue guy.
Yeah.
You're about to get blue balled because I don't think he's going to appear in Mando. I think what they're doing is setting up an Ahsoka show or a movie.
Maybe.
Okay, I think that's where... Because there's so much story there, it detracts from the Mandalorian story. You know what I mean? I think that was setting up her own thing.
Okay, well, shoot. And that means Bo-Katan
I think Moff Gideon is the villain of this show. And then all the Ahsoka stuff, that was
Who knows?
Mention.
He might. Well, I mean, if they wanted to, and I wouldn't be mad about it, is that he'd be in season 3 of Mando. He's the main villain.
Regardless, you'll see him.
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? If you see Thrawn, you're going to see Ezra.
Yeah,
and you're going to see Sabine and Zeb and Hera Syndulla. You know, this is literally this episode was a nod to Rebels. All right, you got Blue Ball. Funny.
You got
Blue
Lothal cats.
Yeah, you Lothal cats too. Exactly. I was like, whoa, what the heck? That was like, I just recognized that little furball from the movie. Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you got Blue Balled, is that how you say it? Within Rebels, you wanted more stuff. You're getting it. Okay. How did you watch it?
Because that show ended with Ahsoka walking every single finale. I swear, she just walks away. Anyway, she walks away again.
They made Ahsoka even more badass than the wise old master.
Yeah, she looked like
that's why.
Ahsoka the Grey. Like people draw
exactly
comparison.
No, Ahsoka the White.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I saw it because I mean, of course, I don't. How she was portrayed in Mando is perfect. I wouldn't change it. But I was still thinking kind of that she was going to be within the white robes again. Yeah. But instead, she's with, like, the gray. You know what makes
Ahsoka really cool is that we get to see her grow up like no other Star Wars character.
That's true.
Like, name an example.
I mean, if you want to say Anakin.
But did he really mature, grow up? Sort of.
I mean, we didn't see the puberty hit until, like...
Yeah, it was like a time jump puberty. Yeah. But with Ahsoka, it's like...
Yeah,
gradual.
You saw it. Yeah. I literally remember, too, watching the first movie of Clone Wars.
I hated her.
You did?
Yeah. What? I think everyone mostly did.
No, I just saw Another Jedi.
Everyone thought she was annoying. But she grew on us. Like, wow, did she ever?
Yeah.
Dude, when Rosario Dawson switches her fighting stance to Ahsoka's, backwards hilt thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That was sick. Insane. Like, I love this show so much.
You get to, like, really appreciate, like, stunt choreography, too.
Yeah. That person she fought is the goddaughter of Bruce Lee, who is a stunt woman in real life.
Get out. Are you serious?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And her main henchman guy, Jin shoots him.
Uh-huh.
That's Michael Biehn, who is in The Terminator.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And Aliens.
Yeah, IGN.
Oh,
yeah,
IGN.
he was in Terminators, and he was in Alien. That's right.
Yo, speaking of that, in IGN and all that stuff, I love that this show is really making me, really like and anticipate all these Easter egg videos. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait to watch the new Rockstars video or the Star Wars Explained. Yo. Yeah,
it really does make you want to actually also go back into, after watching those videos, just be like, yeah, what happened in Rebels? Like, now I kind of want to watch it.
Oh, when we went to Five Below today, they had Star Wars comic books, like full volumes. Like Shattered Empire or whatever. It was sick. Or Princess Leia Volume 1. It was cool. I'm excited for that. Dude, I'm on such a Star Wars kick. Seriously, though. And this is
we're not even done, aren't you?
No.
There's still more. There's still a lot more to be excited about.
You still have, like... Okay, they're adapting the Thrawn trilogy, right? The old 1990s Timothy Zahn books. That's like that's a full show right there if you wanted. Plus, they're trying to do Knights of the Old Republic, right?
Yeah.
It's like endless potential. It's insane.
Hey, quick question though. Yeah. Knights of the Old Republic is a book. Yeah.
No, it's a video game.
It's a video game. See, but it's not adapted with anything.
No.
It's canon?
I think I could be wrong. Do you want to hear
I'm asking.
You want to hear spoilers? I guess.
Yeah, sure.
So that I think, like the main.
Dude, I've seen the trailer how many times already because I can never play the game.
Like the main quest of that game is you play as this character, and then blah blah blah. Plot twist: it's revealed you are actually playing as a Sith. His memory was wiped. Like this whole time you were doing good things, then it's revealed like, oh, I used to be a Sith. Which would be cool. I could be wrong. That might be another game, but whatever. But yeah, man. That's the Thrawn trilogy.
Dude, all I just saw with Knights of the Old Republic is literally Lord of the Rings style war scene where just red lightsaber, red and then blue and green lightsaber just like clashing together.
Oh, the cinematics.
Yeah. Medieval charge battle fighting stuff, scene. Classic. That's how I got into those kind of war games, like war movies. But yeah. I'm gonna start, I don't know. Is it free online right now?
What the
Knights of the Old
Republic? I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, I'm just gonna start playing it. Who knows? Might stream it later.
I'm waiting for Jedi Fallen Order 2. That game was so sick. If they make a sequel, they need to fix how buggy that game was, though.
That's true.
They had a lot of glitches.
That's sad and true.
I keep thinking how cool it would be, because they got an actual actor, to play Cal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you think we'll see him live action one day?
He can make it. Actually, shoot. And what do you call it? Wait, what is it?
Because that game takes place after Episode 3.
Yeah, right after.
Mandalorian takes place after Episode 6. So, the age difference would be very obvious.
Unless you want to go in before... Unless they want to do something before episode 4, but still keep it within... Yeah, if they wanted to do a movie that takes place
like
episode 3 and episode 4, then I guess they could. Right? Wait. Speculate. Yeah.
Wait. What's that guy's name? Who's gonna have a show on Disney Plus from Rogue One? Cassian Andor. Yeah, Cassian.
Cassian Andor is right.
So he could appear there.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. That is before.
Or
that
maybe
is between 3 and 4.
Maybe in Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
But that wouldn't fit. I don't think that would work.
Here, the other episode 5, season 2 Mandalorian was. The show ended where Ahsoka sets off Din Djarin again to bring Grogu to a temple.
Oh yeah,
where he can force sense other Jedis, and Cal is a candidate.
Oh.
I'm gonna say, you get mad every time I say Siri. It's Seer. Cal Kestis and Seer.
Oh, his mentor.
Yeah, his man.
Which, by the way, very cool character.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, the older black lady. She was sick. Loved her.
She
was arguably like the better character in that game. Like by a lot of people say that. But I like them equally.
I guess. So. Nah, yeah. the witch didn't do much actually.
No, that was sick, and I thought they would do more with that. Here's hoping.
I wish.
Sequel.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's the Fallen Order.
Isn't it like really cool? Like this ex, like you know, she used to be like very bad, you know, by our standards. She's a reformed villain per se. A Jedi and a Dathomir witch working together. Like that's so cool about Star Wars. Like before I watched Clone Wars, I thought Star Wars was this one thing, but then I realized, oh, Star Wars has like...
Oh, it's a lot. There's a lot.
You're going in different planets.
Mm-hmm.
Clone Wars will have like specific... Oh, okay, this episode is going to be...
There's more magic other than the Force.
Yeah, there's this episode is going to be about magic. This episode is very gothic and horror. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can bring people back.
You could have
dead.
like Godzilla levels.
Yeah. Notable moment in the Clone Wars 2, or Clone Wars, sorry, was Night Mother, what do you call it? She tried to kill Dooku via voodoo.
Oh yeah.
Dooku, yeah, he tried to kill Count Dooku, yeah, by making, I guess, voodoo, basically. That was insane.
Yeah,
I already knew he was going to live through that, but I'm just like, how the shoot? I remember just cringing a bit, because oh my gosh, that would suck. That looks like it actually hurts.
Man. When did episode 3 come out? Like 2007?
Yeah.
So from 7 to 15, that was... Everyone was dead set on no Star Wars ever. But now I think Star Wars is going to be around to the day we die.
Mm-hmm. Someone it was funny. I remember this one time I was getting my hair cut and I was talking to the barber, right? Or I was listening in on the conversation. And they were talking about Star Trek versus Star Wars. And they said Star Trek can literally go on forever, while Star Wars ended, so you have to go back. That's not true anymore. Because now, thanks to Disney here, we can get we can get a variety of movies and even just an expansive universe in between timelines. And now it's just literally, I will forever. I don't know much about Star Trek, and I know friends who are, but I'm gonna go ahead and say that my stance right now between that fight is Star Wars, and I'll forever be that person. It's because it just
no, you're not alone. Mostly everyone. Even look at the box office numbers on the movies.
It's just
Yeah, people care more about Star Wars. Not to say that Star Trek sucks.
Because it's.
I love Star Trek. I don't.
Is there any other movies besides like the one with Chris Pine?
Yeah, they got the older ones. With
But there were also there was also a show. There were also
there were shows. Mainly, they did more shows than movies.
Yeah, Star Wars did mostly movies.
Leonard Nimoy era was arguably the best. You know.
Yes, I'm uncultured, so I don't know anything about it.
That's Spock, the OG Spock.
Yeah, I know that's Spock.
Yeah.
But yeah, my only knowledge of Star Trek is Chris Pine.
No other franchise to me stops.
I'm sorry, no. The
Star
first
Wars.
movie was great. Otherwise, second one, third. Again, my opinion. You know, think whatever you want. I slept.
That's what I'm saying. Star Trek 4, they go to Los Angeles. It's gonna happen.
You said Star Wars, not Star Trek.
Star Trek, sorry. Nah, but man, the future is bright. Like,
yeah, it's legit a. Can I say nerdgasm? Of like light swords.
That'd be appropriate.
Yeah. Light swords, blasters, and probably mindless battle scenes. We'll see.
I think a good litmus test for Mandalorian is our friend Jeet is like, yo.
What?
Yeah, remember he was like, you gotta watch the show, Jeet. And he was like, are there lightsabers? And we're like, no.
Okay.
I knew there were lightsabers, but I wanted to lie to him. Because if you watch the show for the lightsabers, you're not truly, watching the show for what it is. Litmus test.
Introduction.
Yeah.
No, that's a great way to bring people in.
Yeah.
I'll admit, too, lightsabers got me into Star Wars. My first actual Star Wars movie would be Episode 3. And the choreography to that was probably the most intense fights I've ever seen in my entire life. So that's what got me into, watching back from... Literally, my Star Wars journey started with Episode 3, then 1, 2, and then 4, 5, and 6.
Oh.
And then, of course, Clone Wars. And then after everything,
Wasn't there a period of time where you didn't watch 4, 5, and 6 until, years later?
Are you kidding? Yeah, that was the beginning.
That was when I watched it with you.
My first cut of, I was probably, I think, 5 or 6 at the time. And the first cut of Episode 4, right? When specifically, this is how I remember it. It was when they entered the cantina, and instead of CGI aliens, you have these realistic looking wolf masks, and in very intimidating people, monsters. I'm gonna say monsters because I was scared of them, and even then I was just I don't want to watch this. This looks really creepy.
Yeah, is that your earliest Star Wars?
That
movie?
was my earliest Star Wars moment.
To me, I think it was it was a combination of things. I think the first was I'm Your Father, and then
you're talking about movies,
just seeing the design of stormtroopers, and walking into Walmart and being like, "Yo, here are the lightsabers," and the Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, blah 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 fight.
I literally just go into Walmart and be like, "Oh, cool laser sword."
But the thing that really got me into it was oddly enough, the Family Guy Blue Harvest stuff. And the Robot Chicken stuff. I'm like, why is this movie franchise made fun of so much?
And you watched it?
But they weren't making fun of it. I just didn't know that.
Wait, but that was not even that's in our time, yeah, but I would imagine you would probably be 10.
Yeah. I knew of Star Wars, but when I started seeing that, I'm like,
oh, okay.
I gotta get what these references mean. And that is what led me to really doing that with a lot of stuff. That's what really got me into movies.
Yeah?
I just wanted to know all these references people are making. I can't be out of the loop on entertainment.
Mine was the Lego games.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, this is why Lego Star Wars, the first 3, it would probably be my most memorable video game of my childhood.
Yeah, even as a kid, I didn't really like the prequels that much.
But you played the game.
The Lego games made me appreciate it more, to the point where I was like, I appreciate all the Star Wars now.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
First off, you see Lego, you see the Lego game for how it is, just for kids.
Yeah. A
child can play this and be like, oh, cool, we're just blasting things. And you watch the movie and be like, oh my god. That was a legit battle scene.
I just killed someone. I had a family.
Oh shoot, yeah.
No,
Hey,
okay.
you
The
know,
thing I'm excited about the most for Star Wars is to finally go in a new era. Like, we had the prequels, the original, the sequels, which, okay, I'm gonna get hate for this one. The sequels didn't do much to world build. You know what I mean? Like, what's different about them? Compared to, like, there's no new... I don't really know the state of the world, the universe, in the sequels. Anyways.
I think it was just closure.
But it was, like, decades after Episode 6. So, like, I didn't really get a sense that it was different. But, that being said...
Well, this is kind of how
I'm excited for a new era.
Well, this is... Yeah, I know. This is kind of how I see it, right? You're so stuck with Luke Skywalker, right? So you have Anakin, then Luke. And they just kind of wanted to end it from there because, like, what is it? We've seen Anakin grow up and die, and after 4, 5, and 6, you see Luke become this kid and grow up to be this old wise master, and then people, especially like big fans, would just be like, he's still alive. We know they can do a lot more with him. Now it's like what 7, 8, and 9 did for me was more of, okay, you can pay homage to the old characters, and now, like, it's good, like, it's good closure for me.
Yeah.
I do not think, well, obviously not. Leia is not coming back. Luke is not going to come back either.
No, I don't want any of them to come back.
Now,
done with those characters.
You may see Rey and Finn and Poe. I don't know.
Dude,
I don't know.
I was saying for the
I kind of want to say new era, like what you said,
right,
new era.
But if you're trying to let's talk real. You want to salvage the sequels? Here's what I would do. I would actually make, hey, episode 10. Guess what? It's here. It's coming. Rey and Finn are back. Let's do something. Let's do a hoorah. You know what I mean? Or at least do a cartoon. I think that'd be a good idea. Do what Clone Wars did for the prequels. Do it for the sequels. Let's salvage something.
They did make a show about it too.
What show?
Before episode 7. It's called Resistance.
That has nothing to do with
but it's still canon.
Those characters, though.
But it's still canon.
I heard it sucks too.
If you want to be technical and sure, just watch it. Like, oh, more Star Wars, yay! BD's in it too, isn't he? BD. not you, BD. What was the other one?
BD whatever.
Okay, sorry, BD or BB?
Are you talking about him?
Not him. The orange one.
Beto, from Rise of Skywalker. The thing that looks like
I totally forgot about that.
Like a wheel thingy.
Yeah.
I don't know who you're talking about.
No, the ball. This guy.
It's a BB unit.
BB. 2 B's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, you're BD to me.
BD is a different thing.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Freaking.
Yeah, but no, okay, back on that. Yeah, Resistance, if you want to watch it, then go ahead. No one's stopping you. I was actually thinking about watching it before my Disney Plus subscription ended, but I'd confirm my friend and be like, hey, is this crucial to watching the sequels? And he just said no. So I was like, oh,
no.
Okay, fine.
You know what was sick? Mandalorian. They even brought back the first droid Luke sees with the bad motivator chip or whatever. Okay, I loved how they gave personality to the Tusken Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool. Every time I watch the original trilogy now, I'm gonna think of that retroactively. I'm gonna be like, hey, there's more to this than meets the eye. And we're gonna see a lot of those in the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah, I know. We didn't know. That's right. Oh, no, you think about that actually.
That's sick.
I'm gonna assume too that there are kids and women within the Tusken Raider people.
Yeah, you may never know.
We never saw that though,
or an
especially in Mando.
Undercover Boba Fett.
But we were told that Anakin killed them all.
Yeah, that gives that scene more meaning, right? It's Mandalorian gave these characters some depth.
Mm-hmm. But if you're trying to tell me that all of one job, no, I can't tell the genders between the Tusken Raiders. So it's just I'm gonna assume that they're all male or guy or all females.
Did you just assume their gender?
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Whoa.
I mean, what else? What else am I supposed to? Okay.
So, how many episodes this season?
It's only not hate. I'm just like really. I don't know.
Yeah.
Cheers.
I think, well, not this season, but I think eventually they're gonna do sequel time. It's a sequel to Siege of Mandalore, live action. What? That's crazy. You're insane. What? You know what I mean?
Let me process that for a
What
second.
Clone Wars did with the arc.
They ended.
Siege of Mandalore. We're gonna see Mandalore.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna see Mandalorian.
Live action. And there's gonna be another Siege. That's gonna be crazy.
It's kind of fun. I'm thinking about it now, and it's funny how they ended it. They ended Clone Wars, like Clone Wars, with the Siege of Mandalore. Not saying there's, not
Yeah,
saying
the new
there's
season.
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it, but just like, can I remember all the intense battles in Clone Wars? Because now that you know,
There were 2 sieges, right?
I wouldn't remember.
The first siege was with heavily influenced with Obi-Wan stuff, where what's her name, Satine died. The Satine of
But okay, still in Mandalore.
That was the first siege.
Yeah.
With Darth Maul,
Mhm.
and then the second was again with Darth Maul, because the first siege had Darth Maul win over Pre Vizsla or whatever. He has the Darksaber,
Yeah.
and then the second siege is obviously Ahsoka versus Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm just saying, like,
sorry, third siege would be the new one.
yeah, maybe.
You don't
We'll
think
see
they're
when-
gonna do that? I think they will. It just makes sense.
Well, it's just how they do it, you know. Like, are they gonna bring every single Mandalorian back to fight? You're not fighting droids anymore, and then hell, they're not fighting clones.
Well, I remember in the episode Bo-Katan was like, what the Empire is like, basically fake news Empire. They're saying the wrong stuff about Mandalore, because Jin thinks it's like, not a forgotten, but like an abandoned planet, which makes me question what is it like
I missed that
right now. They were talking about they were at a bar and they were talking about it. She was like, the Empire has led you to believe it's one thing.
Yeah, I missed that. I'm sorry. See, all I know is like they were just talking about the child and then bringing down that Imperial fleet.
The implications of that are interesting.
But still, Mandalore is obviously the centerpiece of the Mandalorian. Clone Wars to me was definitely a mix of a lot of planets. I'm just saying how funny it was that they ended it on Mandalore. Yeah. Before Episode 7, what was legit the last planet / story?
Before Episode 7?
Yeah. Actually, I can remember that. It was Yoda's storyline. Because he was seeing premonitions that he didn't know about. Before that, it had something to do with the Pikes. If that's what you call it. And I forgot what planet it was, too.
Well, you mean before the last season of Clone Wars?
Yeah, before the last season.
Yeah, you're right.
There was a lot. Okay,
because the season before it was like the lost episodes. They were like not in order. They were like continuity wise. You could place them season 4, 5, 3.
Oh damn! Yeah.
The Clone Wars has a
Thanks
very
for
weird.
reminding me of Clone Wars. Now I know that. I know my favorite character. And I could put him in the top 4. It's the bounty hunter. It's Cad Bane.
Is he cool?
Oh, yeah, cool?
I thought he was cool, and then he didn't show up again.
You didn't watch it.
Did he die?
No, he did. Wait. No, he didn't die.
What happened?
Dude literally got captured, went to Coruscant, and then Obi-Wan was undercover he was undercover as another criminal.
Yeah, that was sick.
Okay, you did watch it.
It's been a while.
Yeah. They should, you know what?
But where is he?
Do you think maybe he's still alive?
Well, he didn't die on screen. So
he didn't die on screen, and who knows?
I thought he was
cool. Is he gonna come back in the games?
Yo.
That'd be... Oh my god. I will, like, legit...
That guy was a straight up Western.
Yeah.
He had the cowboy hat and everything. He looked like Thrawn. The blue boy.
Yeah, straight up. He's my favorite character. Next to Darth Maul and Ahsoka.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Based on limited screen time, too? Wow.
That's the... Like, that... exactly.
Wow.
That's what makes a great character.
Okay.
This is the Solomon Grundy theory. I'm making it... I'm telling you right now, that's... I make stuff up like this. He'll get it. You'll get it. You'll catch on. Like the Walking Dead theory in the last episode, last podcast that we did.
Oh yeah.
Or I guess it was a Twitch stream, right?
Yeah. Okay, we'll catch on with that.
Yeah, we'll catch on.
Cad Bane, 2021, come back.
Mm-hmm.
Who is an underrated Star Wars character? Like, I'm
Ooh,
surprised they didn't
okay.
do more with this. Oh,
It's
real quick. Not underrated, but why did they kill off Asajj Ventress in the books? They
that's a spoiler.
They shouldn't have done that.
I didn't know that actually.
They should have done something. You know what I mean? Like, that was a cool fan favorite character in Clone Wars, and they just see, not many people know she died.
Yeah,
Decanonize that.
Okay, yeah. Decanonize that. This is why the most underrated characters are the ones that actually get less screen time, but their story continues on with the books. Speaking of Cad Bane, there was a couple episodes where I think it was one where Obi-Wan is paired with another Jedi who's supposedly this lazy, like not professional one Jedi, and I think they're hunting. Who's dang it? It was Jabba the Hutt's cousin. It was the girl, woman.
Ooh. Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I'm not even referring to that. I'm referring to that Jedi, the lazy, the unprofessional one. His story is he's a Sith. And I wouldn't know that if IGN didn't say it in a video about every Sith in the universe. See? Underrated.
Damn.
I honestly just thought he was there for filler.
I have one off the top of my head. You wouldn't think it's underrated, but if you rewatch the prequels, it is. Samuel L. Jackson totally got gypped from that character. He's cool. He's supposed to be cool. Of course he's cool. He's Samuel L. Jackson. But he's only cool because it's Samuel L. Jackson. The character is not that cool in the prequels.
I think he was.
What does he do?
He legit asked for a purple lightsaber. They wanted to
That's
be different.
That's his character. He's stoic. He's like one note, one emotion. The entire prequel series.
You guys
Don't believe me? What did he do? Episode 1.
Clone Wars, man.
I said prequels.
Okay, well, prequels, yeah. Prequels, you can take away
the Clone Wars solved everything. So, yeah, dude, he didn't do much.
You gotta admit, though, he died in the hands of the ultimate Sith Lord.
That's my segue, bro.
Yeah,
all these theories on YouTube. Is he actually dead? Bum, bum, bum. Yo, he could come back.
How would you think?
He got electrocuted and then, like,
Electrocuted
thrown
and
away.
out, yeah.
We didn't actually see him die. Let it be known.
You played the Revenge of the Sith game for PS3, PS2?
I vaguely remember that.
Okay, well in this case, there was a level where you did fight Mace, and he got stabbed. He died right in front of my eyes.
That's not canon.
That's not canon though. Yeah, this is the reason why I don't trust him again.
But no, I don't want him to come back, because then you run into the thing of like, bro, how many freaking Star Wars characters die and then come back? What are we at now? Darth Maul.
Speculated to die, or we think is dead. So you can't say Thrawn.
Okay,
obviously not Thrawn anymore. Obviously not Thrawn, and Ezra.
That doesn't count because that was a cliffhanger with the giant tentacle sea monsters.
Okay, but I thought he was dead. Shoot.
You thought he was dead?
I thought he was dead.
Oh,
Thrawn.
No way.
Ezra can still live.
All right, listen. Darth Maul, we all thought he was dead.
Sure.
He got cut in half, bro. But arguably the coolest return ever. Emperor Palpatine, still don't really like that they brought him back, but whatever.
Really? I swear you were the one who was just like, oh my gosh,
cool.
he's back. I'm so excited.
No, don't get me wrong. It's super cool, but if I was a talking head at the creative decision on that, I'd been like, nah, please. People are gonna hate it.
It's just kind of all of a sudden, you know.
Yeah.
I admit, see, when I first saw that trailer and I heard Emperor Palpatine's laugh, I'm just like, what? Why?
Well, damn.
Okay, shoot.
Yeah, right.
Unexpected. I don't know how, but alright.
Yeah. There's a lot of characters that come back. Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you know.
Would you be surprised if Django came back?
What the fuck?
Look, if you can replace an entire torso, you can replace that. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, the theory goes on YouTube is like, yo, Mace Windu's gonna come back and he's gonna die by Boba. Like, Boba decapitates him.
Mm-hmm.
By Disney.
Did you see blood in episode 2? I don't think so.
Well, lightsabers, they cauterize the wound.
They cauterized, but that shit was pure orange.
What should have happened is when he grabs the helmet,
Right.
his head just plops out. Young Boba.
Okay, then that would make me believe that he's dead.
Rated M.
Instead, no. It's funny because I actually had a dream about Star Wars. And it was more gruesome than ever. It was Luke fighting Boba, and then like body parts went everywhere. I literally woke up puking.
Oh my god.
I know that's weird, but it just reminded me of that.
What's crazy is I think in the Legends books, Chewbacca dies from like a moon, like crash landing on him. Someone does like a Thanos move or something. I could be making that up. I don't know.
Well, who knows? At this point, anything's possible at this point. Yeah. Disney can do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
Except, well, obviously within reason. Right.
Never know.
Oh, shoot.
Wait, okay. Baby Yoda. Let's talk about him for a second. Grogu. We glossed over the obvious. The scientific research on this character by the doctors in the show, what does it all mean? Theorize. Your hypothesis. What is it? Let's go. What are they blood testing him for? What are these samples?
Oh, sorry.
The DNA sample.
You meant
what's in the tube?
Moff Gideon's, entire thing.
Whole ordeal.
Okay, here's my theory. If this somehow becomes true, then I'll admit it's not exciting as I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
They're gonna try to pull off on Force Unleashed 2 where they're trying to clone Jedi powers.
Oh.
I mean, it's cool. It's been done before.
I thought you were gonna say something else.
But I feel like it's the most obvious one, is it not?
No, the main theory going around is it's gonna just tie into Snoke. Like they're doing Snoke shit. Like they're trying to bring back Emperor Palpatine by using him. His midichlorian count, the M count, is what they said. I like yours better because I don't want it to tie into. I do want it to tie into the sequels.
I would much rather tie it to the sequels.
But at the same time, I don't. I don't know. Yeah.
Yours makes sense though, because I see it now. Snoke, he's obviously he was a clone, right? Not a clone, not like the clone troopers, but like a force sensitive.
Yeah, you want to go really nerdy right now? Okay, in the Star Wars universe, the ideology of the Force comes to a conversational point of there are always two beings, two dyads in the Force.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, you're talking about the whole Sith.
Yeah, the rule of two or whatever. Not even just Sith, but there's a light side and a dark side. There must be always two. Rey and Kylo, the dyad. Arguably enough, people are theorizing, who is Anakin's dyad?
Luke.
No.
No.
Has to be like...
Are you talking about within eras? Every 3
Yeah, within era.
3 movies.
It's a good point, right? People are saying, hey, Anakin, Baby Yoda. Grogu. Those are the two dyads. I know it sounds crazy.
I don't see it.
But people are thinking that.
I kind of don't see it. Really? People thought that?
Yeah. The whole...
I feel like I feel like people who just say that just want Anakin back.
The whole Star Wars Wikipedia thing is like, yo, it might be true.
I don't know.
But yeah, what is the two dyads thing about? You know more about it than I do.
I don't know. To two dyads, I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the first 3 movies were, it was just a flurry. It was just Jedi versus Sith. I mean, obviously, 4, 5, and 6 was obvious. Luke versus Vader. Rey versus Kylo in 7, 8, 9.
What's interesting about that with Rey and Kylo is
I actually don't know about
in the books. They explain it as in Episode 7 when Kylo is trying to go into the mind of Rey, because they're dyads. When Kylo does this, Rey absorbs all of his training throughout the years, and that's why she might be as powerful as she becomes later on. It's like there's arguably more interesting stuff in the books than there are in the sequel, like the novelization of the sequels.
Yeah, the trailer has a thing of showing exactly what we want to see, but never probably delivering it what we expect.
What were you hoping for with the sequels?
It did great with Force Awakens.
Yeah,
Obviously,
because I think
Force Awakens will undoubtedly be the best.
that was
sequel
the
of
fan
movie.
favorite one.
The fan favorite.
Like, all the other ones have like deep, heated conversational arguments.
And this thing that's mostly trolls. Too,
But after 7, they could have like kept going. Like, let's redeem it, baby. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Because I feel like people that love episode 8 don't love 9, and people who love 9 don't love 8. It's never like an in between. Okay, the secret's out, cat's out of the bag. I appreciate the sequels for what they are. Yo, this is gonna be heated. I do like the sequels better than the prequels, maybe. But that's a thing I keep thinking. Do I? I don't know.
I would understand why you would think that.
Let me finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like the prequels have a better story. You know what I mean? And the execution is not as good as I want it to be. But that being said, the execution of the sequels is not that good either. But the story sucks in the sequels. Like, it's not good. It's just bare bones. Most of the story is interesting in 8, but even then, it's like people don't like what they did with Luke and all that. So it's like I don't know. To me, like, the sequels are better eye candy, and the prequels are like I watch it for the characters. So I don't know. What do you think? What do you like better?
Basing off a lot of things here. In terms of action, in a solid civil war, 2 factions, I would say the prequels. Yeah. Obviously, 4, 5, and 6 really did lay like the foundation of what Star Wars should be.
Oh yeah, that's the best.
You get a war, a good faction war, and character development. I feel like 7, 8, and 9, it was more of the characters, and it was just like everything else outside of that. That makes sense.
Yeah, Rey, Kylo, and
Rey. Mm-hmm. I
feel like
like we saw a lot more of Rey and Kylo, and they want us to make us believe that Rey and Kylo were they made up the sequels.
I know those 2 weren't on my top 10, but probably top 12. Rey and Kylo are great.
Yeah, no, they were fine. They spent a lot of time with it, but everyone else kind of just like they're just like side characters.
Even John Boyega did not like what they did with Finn, and they could have done so much more with Poe. Mm-hmm. Like I keep thinking they should do a Poe TV show. Like I'd watch that.
They should be, yeah, aren't they not? Mm-hmm. Poe Dameron is set to have at least something on his own,
they should.
Story. Even if it's a
book. Like with that character in Rise of Skywalker.
Okay, I know you're going to
the girl.
Yeah.
With that cool armor, Carrie Russell's character. They should do a follow-up on that. Because she was probably the coolest thing from that movie.
Wait, Phasma.
No, Carrie Russell's character. That ties with Poe. His friend.
Oh, Rise of Skywalker. My bad.
Forget Phasma. She sucks. She had potential. Why'd they kill her off?
Well, that's not... That's directors. That's their choice.
Yeah, it sucked.
I loved her actually in the first one, in the Force Awakens.
Even in 8, but then they killed her, so it was like, it was cool. Mm-hmm. It was a cool fight. Yo, that Last Jedi, say what you will, but that stretch of time, like for 30 solid minutes, that movie's amazing. They have the throne fight scene.
You said 30?
Yeah, 30 like odd minutes.
30 solid minutes.
It's really awesome. There are other awesome moments, but like.
It's funny you just picked out 30.
I'm talking about like the action.
30 minutes within that 2-hour-long movie.
Yeah, because the action's all in this. The climax of the movie.
Sure.
Rey and Kylo fighting together, the throne room, and at the same time, what's her name? The pink-haired lady. Space jumps into another ship.
Karate chop. Epic. The Imperial Death Star.
And then the lightsaber splits apart.
Did I say Death Star? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It was pretty cool. It's pretty wicked. And then at the same time, Finn fights Phasma. All the action's there. It's cool.
Oh yeah, they're about to be executed. They were like this close to being executed.
And then right after that is all the Luke stuff with Kylo, which is entertaining.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we ever had to talk about this, but I have my own opinions with the sequel movies. But if any action movie, you focus too much on fighting and just making things look cool, you start to lose the potential of that movie.
Yeah, the thing with action,
Yeah, most
like action should speak on what the character is. You know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah,
Like
I think about it now.
if the fighter is trained enough, then no word needs to be spoken. You already know this character, their physicality. Like, okay, good example of this, and it kind of like sucks looking back on it. In episode 4, when you first see the first ever lightsaber duel, Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, they're slow, bro. They're like two old grandpas.
Well, they're
Which,
you expect, right?
Do credit. That's the first movie you do, whatever.
Yeah.
First
Obi-Wan's so slow. Not as exciting. And, it's cool though. Whatever.
Yeah, you get what you can. You take what you can get, and
And
based on the
They improved upon
Yeah.
that, because that was actually an error on their part, because Darth Vader moves way better in episode 5. Don't you agree? Yeah.
actually, yeah,
But yeah.
either that or Luke is slow.
Some of the prequel fight scenes, not as good in my opinion, but some are really good. Like, there's comes to a point in the prequels where it's just like, it doesn't mean anything. But Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting, that meant a lot, because there's emotion.
Okay, yeah,
The way the characters move is...
In their defense,
Yeah.
though, you really can't. You really just can't be like, oh, I see the fight and it looks terrible. Like, those dudes work. They trained hard.
Yeah.
And only a couple, like, really good, like, swords, hobbyists, whatever you want to call it, they can do it. Like, they can recreate it good. But you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to grab a stick and act like I'm in Star Wars. It looks sloppy as hell.
Yeah.
How do I know? I follow a couple guys on Instagram right now that legit, like, broke it down. Yeah. And they just did awesome with it.
By the way, I liked Rey and Kylo fighting. Like, every scene of them fighting ever throughout the sequels is good.
I think Kylo. I mean, it is mostly just Rey and Kylo, but also just like the fact that because Kylo fought Finn in episode.
That was good too.
Uh-huh.
Like, that's what the thing the sequels nailed is the
Fighting.
lightsabers.
The lightsaber duels. Mm-hmm.
Emperor Palpatine sucked, like, at fighting at the end. What was that?
It wasn't a lightsaber duel. It was
Exactly.
It was
That was
sword versus
that was so
lightning.
visually lame. If you're gonna bring him back, bro, like, what? Remember when everyone was theorizing all this cool shit that would happen, and then the movie did not, like, our theories were cooler. James was like, "Yo, Ghost War." It's gonna be like Lord of the Rings. What? Nah, that didn't happen. When Rey said, "I am a Jedi" or whatever, "I am all the Jedi," bro, that you saw that YouTube edit where, like, they have all the ghost Jedi. That was sick.
Yeah, it was a YouTube edit, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was. I wanted that. If you can't do a Ghost War, at least have all the ghosts of Jedi's past there.
Yo, a notable character. Okay, say what you want. I did think that was like a really badass moment in The Last Jedi, in Rise of Skywalker, only because I'm the kind of guy that if you like give reference to my other favorite stuff,
Yeah,
then I'll automatically be like,
it's like,
oh,
here's the
shoot.
journey so far.
Yeah, like this is hype.
All right,
Dude,
we're gonna
you
dedicate
brought
the
up-
next like 5 minutes to giving positive stuff about the sequels, Rise of Skywalker. Here it is. What he just said, that was awesome. The part where she's like lying on the floor, like basically dead,
And they hear the
all the
ghost of
voices.
yeah.
And bro, I love that shot when it's lying. It's like close up on her face, and then it switches perspectives as she's staring at the stars. That was awesome.
I had
It's
to
like-
literally like go on a couple like spoiler accounts and be like, who are the voices?
Yeah, that's
Dude
it.
brought Ahsoka back. Like, oh shoot.
Does that imply she's dead?
I think so.
She's lived a long
But-
life.
Yeah.
From prequel to sequel. That's
Yeah.
pretty, arguably the longest anyone's ever lived.
They brought back Kanan too. He grew into me after watching Rebels, and I legit watched Rebels after I watched Last Jedi.
Yeah,
Sorry, I keep saying that. Rise of Skywalker.
This is so good.
My boy, what's his name? Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I loved episode 8's part with Yoda. That was just awesome.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
And the fact that he could control friggin' lightning
I still can't. I still.
from the beyond the grave. was sick.
The whole like controversy behind the puppet, it still like makes me laugh.
Oh yeah. Do you remember what he used to look like? The prequels?
Yes.
Like episode 1.
That's my that is my copy
version.
That I have right
that looked
there.
horrible. The
could
CGI
take
Yoda.
what you can get.
CGI Yoda, where he's like
Better.
where he could do fights.
Mm-hmm.
Cool look. Still holds up. But you know what really holds up? OG Yoda from the Puppet years.
And they did that, right? They brought it back.
Yeah, I'm so grateful they did that for Grogu.
He's a straight up puppet rather than CGI.
Imagine
Less
if they
CGI.
didn't. Like, man, this show would look dated in 20 years from now.
Yeah, what if they use what if they use the old puppet
Oh, no.
from episode?
Dude.
At least like get rid of the wrinkles or just like remodify it in a way to make it seem like it's a baby. No, that would totally it's a total turn off for me.
Do you think like 10 years from now they're gonna start doing what like Marvel and DC does, where they're like, hey, here's a movie where it's in another parallel universe. Like, what if there were triplets instead of twins? What ifs? Brought to you by Star Wars.
Oh yeah, they are doing that. That's right.
Because they're starting to in comics and stuff, or have been already.
See, I don't have that. I have Disney Plus, but I share.
Yeah.
I have Disney Plus. I don't have it anymore. I don't have my own. Don't kill me.
Yeah, there's going to be a point where they utilize.
Yeah.
They're going to utilize that time travel thingy, the world between worlds.
I don't. Okay, hold up.
Imagine if you start seeing that in the movies. That's so insane that they let.
This brings me back. Okay, this is the
Dave
topic
Filoni
that
do that.
This is a hot button issue for me, at least. And it's the fact that since like all the way from episode 1 to episode 6, we're like very serious Civil War plus serious ass storyline. We get introduced to a couple of jokes, courtesy of Disney. I don't know how I feel if the future content, Star Wars content, is like 1/4 comedy.
Oh,
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know what you're
honest.
trying to say. The sequels try to like do Marvel humor, but they didn't.
Yeah, Marvel humor. Exactly.
Do good at it. They were not.
I mean, no, okay,
well written with that in regards.
Some of it was forced.
Some of it was out of place.
Yeah.
It was funny.
It's funny. Don't worry me.
But it was out of
wrong,
place.
It was out of place. Exactly.
Some of it was not funny. Some of it was just took me out of the moment. Last Jedi had a funny one where they.
The Skywalker? The Skywalker one? Where he goes,
no, we're not,
reach out for the Force.
We're thinking of different ones, but that's a good example. Last Jedi had the ironing one. Remember that? Where it looks like it's a starship, but it's actually like an iron for clothes. That was a big like.
What was that?
That was a big like. Hey, that was funny. Now F you. Let's move on. I found it funny, but some of the audience was like. But yeah, they tried to like do Marvel humor, especially with the.
Especially with Marvel, like in movies coming into rise, it's just more like, all right, we need to make sure. Since Star Wars is a very known franchise, we're gonna try to match.
They try to make it like Hollywood humor. You know what I mean? Like big budget Hollywood humor, where they go like, they fly now. Yeah, they fly now. No.
You gotta admit.
Oh, by the way, jokes land 3 times, so say it 3 times. The punchline is happening 3 times. They fly now. Okay.
Oh yeah, I do remember that actually. Shoot.
We get it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yo, it baffles my mind that Rise of Skywalker is the only movie with those 3 on screen basically the entire time. Poe, Finn, and Rey. I think that's a fundamental flaw in those sequels. Because in the original, Han, Leia, Luke,
they already get
all the way through together, arguably, except Empire, where they're like kind of separated. Yeah. But whatever, they're still, physically, like you sense they're together.
And spiritually too, because they can sense each
Rey
other.
Rey and Poe meet each other in Episode 9. What is that? You know what I mean?
7, 8. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Rey and Poe meet.
Yeah, that should not have been the deal. Or maybe they met earlier, but whatever. Their connection is really established in Episode 9.
I'm sorry, you have to remind me. 7. Okay, so 4, 5. So
I feel
Rise
like
of
they did
Skywalker, right?
Yeah.
Which part? Yeah, it's the beginning. Rey did meet up with Poe.
Yeah, but I'm saying they don't have much together. Scenes. The chemistry is not. You know it's there, but they didn't utilize it in the writing.
No, it's literally this guy here. This is
Rey and Poe.
Rey and Poe. If he wasn't there,
he's an extension of Poe.
Yeah.
BB-8.
Then they would have nothing in common. Yeah, there would be no interaction.
But that chemistry was so good in 9. Like it sucked to see that not be fully utilized throughout the whole 3. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Now I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Again, what did we care about the most in the sequels?
Rey
or at least,
Kylo.
no, it's what they want us to make to matter. It's freaking Rey and Kylo.
Yeah.
I don't even think Luke had closure with Leia at 9.
Yeah, that was a byproduct of like really bad IRL timing.
Yeah. Okay.
Which in hindsight, we're very, very cool that she had one final movie. Like right when it happened.
Yeah, there was an ultimate tribute. Yeah, she got crowned, didn't she?
Do you like
yeah.
in episode 8 when she Mary Poppins her way across the galaxy when she supposedly dies, like in space?
Okay,
I thought that was so lame.
You're the one who told me it was lame, and after I'm hearing that, I'm just like, maybe it is, but also at the same time, I'm just like, cool? Question mark.
They kind of jumped the shark. Me.
I just kind of saw it like, oh, she's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's a hot take, if anything.
Yeah.
See for what it is.
Like we
I
know,
just see it for okay, she's okay, whatever. Yeah,
to the deep nerds, we all know she's probably alive. I guess she has force powers, but the way they first show it like that, it's like, what? That's lame. And you can have done another scene, whatever.
No, wait. Well, I feel like I had I feel like there was a scene in Last Jedi that I was incredibly oh my god, why does this freaking happen?
Well, I'll get back to that. But speaking of Leia, they did redeem that for me in episode 9 when they do a flashback. That was the sickest part of the movie.
That was cool. I admit that was.
I wish that was
freaking
longer.
Awesome.
I wanted to see that
yeah.
ever since I finished watching the original trilogy. I was like, yo, Luke's gonna train her, dog.
I just like the fact that was Carrie Fisher's daughter. Billie Lord, her name is?
Doing the CGI?
Yeah.
Was it really?
I think so. Of course, she was...
she was her own character as well.
And then they kind of remodified the face a bit.
Yeah.
And taking scenes from the previous movies.
That's another thing. They should have utilized her granddaughter, Billie Lord, more.
Granddaughter, that's what I meant.
Yeah, sorry, granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
She's in it increasingly over the movies. She should have been a legit main character. I'm dead serious. She's a good actress. She was in this movie. Shout out to this movie, Booksmart. Olivia Wilde directed it. Anyways,
nice.
She's cool. She should have been in it more. Underrated character.
I feel like I know a role she can fit. You have to play the game. Obviously, you don't actually like it. You don't like it, as I've been told.
What game?
It's Battlefront 2.
What do you mean I don't like it? I like it.
You don't... you like it, but...
No, she already is a character.
Which one? Where?
In the sequels.
Who'd she play?
Billie Lord.
Who'd she play?
She played she was very close with Princess Leia.
Was she a rebel?
She had the bun blonde hair. See?
Oh.
She was on screen, but you don't even know her name.
They don't look alike at all. That's why.
They only look alike, young face wise.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man.
Yeah. No, the character I'm thinking about, and apparently this is canon. I totally forgot about this game now. What the hell? You play as a clone, or a stormtrooper commander. I think it's called Shadow Squad or something. I forget. She turns good and turns into a rebel. And she had a daughter. That daughter. Okay, I'm sorry.
Battlefront 2?
Yeah, Battlefront 2.
She has a daughter.
DLC. DLC. I legit did not know I had that until I downloaded it. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't have to pay for it too. So EA, please don't charge me.
That game is cool for what it is. I just wish.
You just wish it was something different.
Yeah, I wish you played legit as the Empire, not a Switch.
Yeah. What's her name again? I totally forgot her name. I'm looking so.
That's a good question. Okay, that being said, Star Wars Squadrons. Shout out to that. Squadrons has Hera. That's cool. I played that game. I suck at it, but if I was good at it, I'd play it more. It was cheap. It was like $30, and by EA standards, pretty good. So good one on you, EA. Ray, what are you looking for?
Her name's Iden Versio.
There it is. It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, I just like I literally just typed in Battlefront 2. I didn't even know about it until just something jogged my memory. I know the actor.
Yeah.
Beautiful woman.
And
actually, she played
the guy from Arrow.
She's in Arrow.
And the guy.
Yeah. There's two
Arrow cast.
Yeah, Iden Versio, the actor, was in Arrow,
Captain
and also
Lance.
Captain Lance. Exactly.
You son of a bitch.
I actually did forget his name in the game.
Oh yeah.
Cool guy. I follow him on Instagram.
He's a good villain in that.
Yeah, you like that?
Did you hear
Did not
that?
know he was British until.
Did you hear that they're trying to do a Bad Batch series?
Yes, I've heard about that.
Based on the characters from the season finale of Clone Wars. Really, really cool. They could do a lot with that. Because not only is it the Bad Batch, but some of the clones join them, right?
I think so. Hold on. Is it going to be cartoon?
Yeah, I would imagine.
I don't know. It's gonna look like interesting if it's live action.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Man. But we won't see Rex again, which is disappointing.
They should do more with that character.
Yeah.
All right, okay. For the deep nerds out there, people like to think that Rex was in episode 6. You know that thing?
I know about that.
Is that like actually true? Or is that like a fan?
It was a coincidence set by the guys who made episode 6 way back.
But like, has Star Wars officially said that's him?
Someone had officially... Yeah, it was an official statement.
Really? Because if it isn't, it works better. Because now you could do more with it. Because if you say it's true...
Well, either way, even if it is true, you can still do more. You can still...
No,
it works.
Because if it's true, it doesn't work anymore. It doesn't... It looks nothing like Jango Fett. That guy with the old white guy with the beard, he looks nothing like Jango. So it doesn't work.
Yeah, I'm looking this up right now. Captain Rex,
episode
6. Someone said it. What the heck?
Yo, shout out to the Porgs. What's your favorite Star Wars creature? The Porgs? Salacious Crumb?
Nah.
Lothal Cat?
I want to say Womp Rats because I guess OG. But you don't see much.
Yo, I love the Frog Lady.
You did.
Okay,
You did like her.
I want to hear your thoughts. Why is he so hungry? Grogu. What's the deal with that? When he was but he was touching the canister of the eggs, those eggs moved towards him, and now I'm thinking, did he use the Force, or did the eggs do that?
I saw it for what it is.
That he was eating.
Was it my favorite episode? It was good, I admit. Like, I'm pretty sure those guys who were in the X-Wing were returning actors, right?
Yeah, you see them again in episode Gina Carano's episode.
Yeah, but like they were in the movies.
No, okay. Oh yeah, they were in season 1. And fun fact, that's Dave Filoni and another actor who is in a Canadian TV show called Kim's Convenience.
That is interesting. That's awesome.
Yeah. The Asian guy is not Dave Filoni, obviously.
But he had the lines.
Guy is.
He had the lines.
Yeah. But no, Dave Filoni was in season 1 as the same character.
Okay, so back on that episode. I I saw it for what it is. You were the one who even told me too before I even watched it. It's like, oh, major spoilers. Yoda likes Boba. Baby Yoda likes Boba.
Not Boba Fett.
Jinx. But like the drink.
Boba, the Asian boba drinks.
Yeah, for me, I was just like, okay, cool. He ate He ate it. He ate the eggs. Sure, that's pretty messed up because like that was the last species. But like, where's the significance of this? Because all I just see is Yoda eating.
I didn't see him chew. There's a theory he might be saving them. I don't know what that theory means or why.
I saw a meme. Yeah, no, I saw a meme.
Maybe just take it as face value and it was for comedic effect.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think there's something more to it. The music that plays is very mystical. Don't you agree? Like his theme when it's playing.
I don't know.
Also, fun fact. Enough with these fun facts. When they get to the that episode where they uncover more about Baby Yoda with the lab guy, right? When they see the tube and the weird creature in it, guess what the song actually appears? It's hints of like Palpatine's theme. Bro, what? Interesting. Okay.
I never really did appreciate. I mean, I'm still that kind of person, but I never really saw music in a sense of being able to like thicken the plot of anything.
Yo, you know what's sick as fuck?
One game did that a lot, and it was just like, oh, okay, cool. But I guess in this case, it's a lot more crucial.
This is sick only because I know it, but like I'm not gonna explain it well, so I don't know how to say it.
Go do
but Rey's theme, not only is it really cool, but if you play it backwards or whatever, mess with it, I hear that it plays something similar to someone else's theme, which is interesting. It parallels someone's. I feel like I'm saying nonsense, but I remember someone saying.
Is it gonna summon a demon in Latin or something like that?
Yeah, maybe. But cool. Yo, this was really cool. When Force Awakens came out, it was like Spotify officially verified a playlist of songs per character.
That's true.
All of Rey's songs
I did notice that.
were like love songs, which was like what? And like some of the songs were hinting, "Yo, Rey and Kylo." People were like, "You're nuts, you're crazy," and then Kylo's was all like, he's an emo boy. He listens to all that heavy metal shit, which is cool.
Makes sense too.
But there was like,
dude has a lot of emotion.
But then he had one song that was like, I don't know if it's true, but something in the vein of, yo, why does he have like Beyonce's "I Love You" or whatever? Huh? He like tied in. It was like, and it was true because they kissed. So I'm not crazy after all.
No, but it was. It was confirmed. It was an unromantic kiss.
Yeah, everyone look up the Reylo theory. That was a very unromantic kiss. I feel like nowadays people don't know what that means, but it was an unromantic kiss. It was like a hey, you're dying, so here's a cool thing before you die.
It was funny because I was watching it with my sister and her fiance, right? And I literally go, my sister comes up to me and goes, like, "Aw, it's so adorable, whatever." And I was just like, oh, and I was like unfazed. For me, it was just like, okay, they're kissing. They want to explore that a little more? All right, cool, maybe, sure. And then he dies.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, all right, cool. It's a big fuck you, dude. Cool. F you too.
Bro, you know how sick this franchise would have been if Rey died and Kylo, you follow his journey next? The potential. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa.
I still would have wanted to, but it's still a big F you because like you're gonna tease a Reylo and then just have one of them.
No,
die.
I think it was unromantic.
And then just kill.
Speaking of unromantic kisses, that kiss between Finn and Rose sucked. That was very unromantic. It was meant to be romantic. Finn was not having that. They totally abandoned that plot line. I'm glad they didn't completely get rid of her character though. They brought her back, but not do much.
Good dude.
That really sucks. I did not like that character, but don't mess with the actress, guys.
Don't do that. Honestly. Anyways, that's like it's not even her fault anyway.
She is my least favorite part of that movie. Episode 8. It's not her fault. It was the way it was.
I'm gonna quote exactly what the Thank the Maker people said. Okay, what do you expect? An actor
does a job.
The job, and she does it the best that she can. Okay, if you are given a bad script,
you're given shitty writing, you're gonna.
That actress did her character to
Shit.
perfection. That's all I'll say. I want to see her in more stuff.
Exactly.
Not in Star Wars.
Hey, crap! It's the Dragon Pixar movie now.
Imagine Dragons.
No, not that.
Pete's Dragon.
Um,
How to Train Your Dragon. Dragon Tales.
I love that show. I used to watch it a lot. No, but she's gonna be in an animated movie starring a Chinese woman.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's her redemption. I always love Hollywood redemptions like that.
Oh,
You
speaking
know
of which,
who needs a redemption? That guy who played Jar Jar Binks. I know he's doing a hosting thing for Star Wars. Some event. It's cool, though. Yeah, that guy did not deserve that hate either. Look where Jake Lloyd is. He's in prison, I think, still, maybe. Don't quote me on that. But he was. Jake Lloyd. The young Anakin.
Ah.
Yeah, he got in trouble for some stuff.
Yeah, that rings a bell now. Hey, I looked it up, kinda. This is just really like forums about Rex being in episode 6. They're saying yes, that's him.
Yeah, these are all theories.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that theory to be true anymore because he looks nothing like Jango. Decanonize that.
You decanonize something.
Star Wars talk, pretty cool. What else? There was something I wanted to say. Do you have anything else?
No, okay. So we really wanted to talk about was definitely Mando, and the potential it's gonna have, and things that we were excited to see if it does happen. We're about to explain our excitement. Final thoughts about that? I cannot wait to see Ezra. I cannot wait to see Sabine.
Yeah, I think as the show goes on, and they're starting the seeds of it, the clash of religion in the show between the Mandalorians. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I think, my dad was theorizing, the show's going to have him take off the helmet. And that's going
to be the finale. I'm guessing
No,
right
I don't
now.
even think the finale. I think by, season 4, he's going to be... He uses the helmet the same way a Marvel character suits up. You'll see him a lot of the time as an actor. And I think Pedro Pascal was promised that as the show goes on.
Yeah, I didn't even know who you... don't get at me. I never saw Game of Thrones. But that is the first official time I've seen him on screen. Pedro Pascal.
Game of Thrones?
No. I never watched Game of Thrones. Mandalorian. Yeah.
That guy's awesome.
I know, he's good. He's a talented individual.
Yo, shout out to Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He was in that.
Oh, cool. And I guess the other big foreshadowing is the one where now that he has the Beskar staff, they're foreshadowing the fight between Moff Gideon and him.
So my theory was that he was just leading Moff Gideon to Ahsoka, and that they would fight in that episode, but they didn't, which is cooler because now we get to draw it out, and now he gets to fight Moff.
Oh, that's true. That's right. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, the tracking beacon.
Yeah, the Razor Crest was they put a tracker on it.
Yeah.
You can do something. Yeah. I'm so excited for that actually. But
lots of potential there.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think this show's gonna last?
A good 5 seasons, maybe. It depends on what we get. You know, is there a chance where they're gonna is there a chance that Moff Gideon's gonna die and supposedly the new bad guy is gonna be maybe Thrawn, maybe someone from Clone Wars that all of a sudden we just find out he's alive?
Well, okay. The thing about this season is you could literally be like, hey, spin-off show of Boba Fett, spin-off show Bo-Katan, spin-off Ahsoka.
Yeah, you literally.
Or do you just be like, no spin-offs.
You get
all of it in here.
You get Star Wars content until you die.
Do you think Boba Fett is coming back? Or do you think that was the last time we saw him?
I really do feel like he's back.
You think he's a major character of this season? Because this season's about to end.
Well, he's not the major character, but he will be.
He will be.
Or he's just going to be...
I think you're right, too. Yeah. He's too big of a character to not interact with Jin.
Yeah.
She'd be sick. Oh, man.
And what do you think, too? He was... Did he stick with Mandalorian customs, or just more like... He just had the armor just to protect himself?
I think he said screw it. No. I think the backstory is Boba Fett never cared. about the religion.
Django never, right?
Yeah, no, he didn't. Probably not. Because they're bounty hunters.
Yeah.
So.
Technically, Django
I mean,
too.
yeah. A lot of Mandalorians are, but even, I think back then, it was like sus to be one. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Okay, I want to ask you.
This is exactly what I got out of The Mandalorian. I thought it was, because I think it was until you said something, you said how great it was, and of course the whole Baby Yoda meme culture spike. But I honestly thought The Mandalorian was going to be about a bounty hunter.
It's
and
so
I was
cool.
just like, I'm not feeling it. I'm going to wait until the Obi-Wan series.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say earlier with Jeet. Because he was like, I could sense that he's like, nah. But the show does such a good job of like gradually getting there to all the Star Wars stuff, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, duh, by episode 2, there's a Force wielder. Baby Yoda.
You don't know about that until actually.
Yeah, which is such a great like plot twist to the end of the first episode. Mm-hmm. It like really.
And you don't know there's a light.
Yeah, you
literally tell Jeet there is a single lightsaber.
That's why I lied to him. I was like, nah, there's not, because I didn't want to. If he's only watching it for the lightsabers, he doesn't deserve the show. You know what I mean? It's like I want you to be surprised.
Watch this though. Did he watch Clone Wars at all? I forgot.
No,
did you watch Clone Wars?
He hasn't finished any of it. And well, he's finished some movies, but
did you watch up to the point of knowing what Darksaber is?
Definitely
because that is the biggest tease of the finale.
No, definitely not. Lightsaber, Darksaber, saber up.
Yeah, I guess he wouldn't. You're right. I guess he wouldn't know exactly.
Yeah. It's so sick. This is my favorite franchise, probably, and then Marvel.
You know, tune in next time. We're gonna start reviewing the hell out of like WandaVision.
Oh yeah.
And what else they have in there? What's new?
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Black Widow.
Are they gonna put that on Disney? Wait, I heard that was gonna be like a
lot of speculation. There will be.
Yeah, it's gonna be put on Disney Plus, and we're gonna pay for it. Oh, I mean,
guess what? You don't have to pay for Wonder Woman on HBO Max come Christmas. I don't know about Soul on Disney Plus, but that's coming Christmas. So, stay tuned for all of that. We're gonna review the hell out of those.
Yep. Today was Star Wars. Near future is gonna be Marvel.
Tomorrow, Debbie Does Dallas review. We're going to talk about that, and then Golden Girls and
Golden Girls is special.
Everything in between. It's a Young Sheldon podcast. Definitely. Check us out next time. If you liked our content, please heart us. Give us an Instagram heart.
Instagram heart. Give us a like. I can't spell subscribe with my hands, but just subscribe to our channel.
Yep.
You can catch us on all other social medias too, such as Instagram, Twitter. We Twitch stream from time to time.
Don't check out my Twitch. It's actually the worst, so don't.
Yeah, mine sucks.
You can check out his.
Mine sucks too.
Mine's worse, so don't check mine out.
And also our future friends who are on stream.
Oh yeah, shout out to. I don't even have to say your names.
No, we're gonna say Jeet because he.
If you made it this far into the video, congrats.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't like Star Wars, what are you doing here?
Well, hopefully, if we were able to like spike something, and all of a sudden you like Star Wars because of us, then like that, you're welcome.
Before we go,
yeah,
we're gonna explain why we love Star Wars. Let's pitch Star Wars to someone who does not want to be a part of it. Why should someone like Star Wars?
Oh, instead of saying it, can I show them? Like, we're gonna put like clips of like our favorite Star Wars moments, like right now.
No, I'm not editing this. Screw that.
But you're gonna do it anyway, right?
No,
I'll do it.
No, you won't.
Fine.
Go.
Why do you like? You start first.
No, you start. I posed the question to you, good sir.
Why do I like Star Wars exactly?
No. Why not why you like Star Wars? Why someone should?
Oh, okay. Why you should? If you have a sweet tooth for anything sci-fi related, such as epic blaster fire fight scenes, a good good faction Civil War style battle. Deep politics that probably does not make sense to you whatsoever until you're probably 10, 15.
Wow, I think I hate Star Wars now.
Well, I'm sorry. If you really want to go into the whole, like, Force and, magic side of it, too, then go ahead. Watch the shows. But otherwise, just watch the movies. It won't make any sense either.
Well, that was definitely a review.
Yeah, I basically told you that this entire video podcast was bullshit, and you shouldn't watch Star Wars at all. Peace.
Alright, now my turn.
Alright.
Alright, listen. Cool thing about Star Wars is there are many different sections. You can go as cool as bare bones Jedi versus Sith, pew pew pow, cool lightsaber sword fights, or you can go full on Western bounty hunters, Old West style, inspired by Clint Eastwood stuff, or inspired by Japanese Kurosawa movies with the swords, like Ghost of Tsushima shit. It's a slow burn type of action. Or you can go fast paced action, like the prequels, like bouncing Yoda, fighting Emperor Palpatine. Cool villains, cool characters, cool character arcs. Ever growing,
continue on with this, but
budding relationships.
I would continue on, but this is going to make this video like a lot longer by an hour.
Yeah.
You just stop right there. Bouncing Yoda, epic fight scenes. Some god tier, if I may say, stunt choreography.
Yo, who stunt coordinated Yoda?
Freaking
Like
a guy
like
in
an
a
actual
computer.
baby.
A guy in a computer that just loves to see things.
A mocap gymnastic baby.
Mocap.
Can you
Yeah, that baby was thrown around.
Oh man! Shout out to LucasArts. We miss you.
Definitely. All right, and now we're ending the video.
Yo, BB9, do some choice words for the video ending.
Can't. He's sleeping. I need to
Wake his ass up. Let me see him. I'll wake him up. Hey, wake up!
Oh my! God.
Oh! What did you do to him?
This is disgusting and gruesome. Turn away from this video
Oh my
right now.
god. Dude, this is Disney. We can't show the innards of... Cut it up. End the stream. End it.